Now, the 2021 budget for Malaysia, that will inject $78 billion to lift the economy out of recession. This on top of the $73 billion of stimulus that were already announced earlier this year. Spending on social sectors and infrastructure very much key in this next spending plan. How do you intend to fund this and repay the debt?
Yes, Sophie, I think what's important is that the announcement that we made last Friday on the budget recognizes the issues that we face today, and at the same time trying to address the issue that we have to deal with in the medium to the longer term. But the issues today means that we have to have an expansionary budget. We've announced the largest ever budget in Malaysia's history, showed the government's commitment to support not just the people, but also the economy. In this sense, I think we have made it clear to our constituents, especially Malaysians, that this aggressive budget is really to allow us to fight this COVID-19 pandemic for this year and 2021, but at the same time building us the foundation to grow in 2021 itself and also 2022. It's a highly focused on targeting certain sectors to boost the economy. We focus on sectors that will give us the highest multiplier impact. And as I mentioned, it is also, it's a dual strategy, is to also safeguard the economy first while continuing to build on the economy, on the medium to long term. The other point I think I want to talk about quickly, Sophie, is on the healthcare commitments, right? I think in the budget we have shown the government's commitment in spending a lot of money on budget on COVID to fight COVID-19. That's also key to the budget to show that the government is willing to pay. You mentioned about vaccine earlier, so we also have a commitment to invest in this area.
An aggressive budget requires rigorous spending. Are there any plans to issue bonds, perhaps in the dollar or yen market?
Yeah. Yes. The answer is no. There's no plans to issue any bonds that taps international markets. We are still focused on tapping the domestic market. There's enough liquidity, there's ample liquidity. We've shown it in the 4 previous stimulus packages that were announced before the budget. In fact, when we look at the funding for the budget, it all will be done either through the revenue that we will receive in the course of the year 2021, but also from borrowings domestically. Interest rate is at very low levels, and we've seen demand being there whenever we issue the domestic bond. In fact, we've seen the inflow of foreign investors coming in to purchase our domestic bonds.
The 2021 budget was announced during a very big week globally, given that the U.S. elections were in focus due to the potential implications when it comes to trade, foreign policy, and financial markets. So what could a Biden presidency mean for DC's relationship with Malaysia and Southeast Asia as a whole?
So as you know, the government has just congratulated Joe Biden for his win, and we look forward to working closely with the government. United States is one of our major trading partners for Malaysia. In fact, it's the third largest partner for Malaysia. We will see, but we are optimistic that this is a good start for Malaysia. And we are, after all, a trading nation. We look forward to continuing a strong relationship with all our trading partners moving forward.
And Zafrul, we've not left the pandemic behind us, rising infections in Malaysia. What would the potential vaccine development mean when it comes to the calculus around stimulus for the budget and beyond in Malaysia?
Yeah, thank you, Sophie. As you probably have read the news, the markets were all up today because of that positive news about vaccine coming on stream earlier than anticipated. The Malaysian stock market today has performed relatively well. I think it was up 3 points. It is a good sign because obviously economies have made certain assumptions on the GDP growth dependent largely upon when a vaccine is available commercially. So this is definitely good news. For us in the budget, we have assumed a very strong recovery for Malaysia in the year 2021, recovery around 6.5 to 7.5%. So this news about the availability of vaccine being made available earlier is definitely news that will help not just Malaysian economy, obviously, but the global economy as well.